High school students, this is Mrs. Laws, the school counselor, and today I'm going to bring in a lesson to you about email etiquette. Wait a minute, before some of you say this is not for me, hold on. I've seen a lot of emails from students and I was like, oh my goodness, we definitely need to make sure that we do a lesson on email etiquette. So please hear me out. I hope that you enjoy this lesson. So when you're sending out emails, I want you to think about yourself. Do you usually find yourself sending an email like you're texting? Using shortcuts such as for you instead of saying for you, or writing GR8 instead of for great. You don't introduce yourself, you just start writing. And you don't use correct grammar or complete sentences. I think we all have done those things in the past, but that is a big no-no when we're sending emails. Also, you don't have a signature. And we'll explain that a little bit further along in the presentation if you don't know what that is. So, in today's society, we have the internet, right? You might find yourself clicking reply, typing up a quick response, and hitting send without giving so much as a thought about what you've just written. But experts agree that your email behavior has the potential to sabotage your reputation. So I did some research and reviewed some industry's top seasoned email experts, and they weighed on how to perfect your email etiquette. First, let's start with the end in mind. Your email is a reflection of you. Every email that you send is a reflection of who you are. Every email that you send either adds to or distracts from your reputation. If your email is scattered, disorganized, and filled with mistakes, the recipient will be inclined to think that you're a scattered, careless, or disorganized student. Other people's opinions matter. And in the professional world in which you will be in one day, their perception will be critical to your success. So let's look at our emails and how we're writing those. So when you're writing an email, the first thing you want to do is you want to briefly introduce yourself. So you'll say, hello, good morning, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Laws, and you want to briefly introduce yourself. So if you're a ninth grade student, a lot of us don't know who you are yet. So it may serve you well to say, hey, I'm a ninth grader at OHS and I had a quick question. Here is my example that I have for you. It says, hi, Miss Laws. I'm a ninth grader student at Orange High School, and I had a quick question. Would it be possible if I could take a visual arts next semester? If so, can we discuss the next steps to change my schedule? Sincerely, Crystal Titus Smith. And the reason why I want to give you that example is because I want you to see how a short, quick email is written from a student. Now, I wrote that email. I don't see too many students send me emails like that, but it's very important that you write a well-written email so that you can communicate what you need and teachers can quickly respond or other individuals can respond to your request. The next thing is avoid using shortcuts to real words, emojicons, jargon, or slang. Avoid using shortcuts such as for you instead of saying for you or GR8 for great in school-related emails is not acceptable. So when you text message, it may be fine to send those text messages to your friends or family, but emojicons, jargon, or slang is not acceptable for email. And sometimes when we're reading your emails, we may not know what that means. And so if we have to search it down and look for it, that's really a red flag. The next thing is using correct grammar and correct sentences. So using spell checker is your friend. So many times students will send me a run-on sentence and I'm trying to figure out all the things they're asking for in that one sentence. It's very important that you use correct grammar and complete sentences. Don't email angry. I cannot express that. Don't email angry. Emailing with bad news, expressing anger, reprimanding someone, disparaging other people in your emails are all major no-nos because email can seem so informal. Many people fall into this trap. Sometimes, we get upset or frustrated and we just send a quick email in caps, which is a big no-no. It's never okay to email angry. Take a step away, close your computer, walk away, take a walk, come back to your email and let them know, hey, I was upset in class because this happened. And then your teacher or other individuals are able to help you and help you solve whatever was frustrating you or whatever the problem was. Remember that email correspondence lasts forever. So when you send that email, we're going to see it, and then it might have to be shared with the administrator because something that you may have said in that email. So it's very important that you don't put your emotions, your anger emotions into emails. It could end up hurting you. So when a teacher or individual sends you an email, they're sending you an email with a request or giving you information. They have a reason for sending you that email. So it's very important that you read the email and that you respond within 24 or 48 hours. Sometimes teacher may be sending information about an assignment that's due or needs to be changed, and if you don't check emails, you may miss important information. We live in a digital world, so therefore it is extremely important to check your emails. I would recommend that you check your email at least 2 times or more during the day. Because emails will come either sometimes in the morning. I would say in the morning time's a good time, right after lunch, and then right before the end of the school day. Those are important times to check your email. Now, if you check it more often, that's awesome. Kudos to you. But it's very important that we get into the habit of checking emails. Beware of the reply all. So, teachers, individuals may send out emails to the entire class or school. Beware of the reply all, because when you hit reply all, every person in that email chain will see what you said. And you want to make sure that you're not sending everyone on that list an answer, whether they need it to know it or not. So be mindful of when you reply individually or when you reply all. Another important thing to keep in mind is to keep it short and get to the point, the KISS method. So keep it short and simple. Long emails is a thing of the past. Write concisely with lots of white spaces so that you don't overwhelm the recipient. Make sure that when you look at what you're sending, it doesn't look like a burden to read. Feel free to use bullet points or numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. The person reading your email should not have to dig through several paragraphs to order to figure out what you're asking for. You should state the purpose of the email within the first 2 sentences. Be clear and upfront. So use the KISS model. Keep it short and simple. Now this is a big one. Always include a signature. So I gave you an example over here. It's a student I made up. I like the name Titus, so that's the name that I used. And so there's important things that you want to do when creating a signature. In Google, in the settings, it allows you the ability, if you scroll down, it allows you the ability to create a signature. So every time you send an email, your signature will pop up. You usually will see those with emails from myself, our counselor, or administrator, or a teacher. I would think it's amazing if a student will create a signature, because first it shows that, hey, I'm a student, I'm ready to learn, and I'm letting you know, hey, this is how you can contact me or reach me. So I gave you an example of that today. Always include a signature. You never want someone to have to look you up and how you never want someone to have to look up to how to get in touch with you. So sometimes when students are emailing me, they may change their email screen name, and so then I'm trying to figure out who they are. That's really not really best practice. Best practice is to go ahead and include your signature that has your name, your contact information. If you want to include your cell phone number, that's great. So over to the right, you'll see that the name is Titus Smith. He's a 9th grade student. He's the president of the Key Club. He's Orange High School, and his email, and then his phone number. So that is a very, very polished way to send back a reply, including how to get in contact with you. So putting it all together. So when you're looking in Google and you're sending an email, you're going to have that general letter that pops up, right? That letter that says to. So you're going to put in the email name. We know that. Yes, subject. It's important to put a subject, like today's meeting or schedule change or whatever you're at, whatever that main topic is. You want to put that in the subject. And then you want to do a greeting. So say, hi, group members, and then your body. So remember the KISS method, keep it simple. Yep, that's right. Keep it short and simple. So this is a friendly reminder that our monthly meeting is today at 3. Please take a look at our agenda attached. Bring any questions or concerns you may have. And then closing. Thank you, and see you all this afternoon. And then the signature. So this is a beautiful way to write a very polished email to teachers, staff, and sometimes it may be something as far as a quick email, but it's still very important. That reputation really matters. Teachers, counselors, administrators, we write letters of recommendation for work, for application for colleges, for students all the time. And so whenever a student sends me an email that is very well written, it has addressing me and my name, I always note that in my head because it's a rarity for me to receive an email like that. But I said, wow, this student is very on top of their game. They are, that's very impressive. And it's a great way to communicate in the school setting about, hey, this is what I need, this is what I'm asking for, and this is who I am. So I hope that today you learned some important things, not using emojis, don't email when you're angry, kind of goes along with you don't go shopping when you're hungry, right? So don't email when you're angry. Also, to recap is also use the KISS method. Keep it simple and short. Use a signature. That's very important. And I hope that you today have enjoyed the presentation. Once again, I'm Mrs. Laws. I'm the 9th grade counselor at Orange High School. If you need me for anything, reach out to me, or you can reach out to your counselor. We're here to support you. We want all of you to be successful. And that's why today I brought this presentation, is because I want all students to be represented in a very positive and light professional way, because even though you're not in the working world yet as a professional, I see you as that. So it's important that we all as students send emails that are well written, that are addressed. And so please fill out the quick survey that is at the end of this. It's a quiz. So let's see how much you have learned. You guys have a great rest of the day. Take care.